Stop scrolling. Put the phone down for just 1 second and listen to this very carefully. You are not lazy, you are not unmotivated, and you are certainly not a failure. You are simply a human being living in a world that has been engineered down to the last pixel to hijack your brain's reward system. You've spent the last 2 hours looking for the perfect lo-fi beats to study to playlist, haven't you? You've downloaded 5 different productivity apps this week, meticulously organized your Notion workspace, and watched 3 day-in-the-life videos of Ivy League students just to feel a spark of inspiration. But when it actually comes time to open the book or start the project, your brain shuts down. It feels heavy, almost painful. This is the paradox of the modern age. We are the most connected and informed generation in history, yet we struggle the most to do the things that actually matter. By the end of this video, I'm not just going to give you another hack or a to-do list strategy. I'm going to show you exactly how your brain is being fried by cheap dopamine, why your mind views a simple textbook as a life-threatening predator, and how you can rewire your neural pathways to make hard work feel not just doable, but actually enjoyable. If you've ever felt like you're watching your life pass by while you're stuck behind a screen, this is for you. Let's start with the big lie. We've been told that we need motivation to start. We wait for that spark, that feeling of readiness. But here is the cold, hard truth. Motivation is a luxury, not a requirement. Relying on motivation is like relying on a thunderstorm to power your house. It's powerful when it happens, but it's completely unreliable. The real reason you aren't doing the work is because of a biological war happening inside your skull. On one side, you have the prefrontal cortex. Let's call it the CEO of your brain. This is the part that handles logic, long-term planning, and decision-making. It knows that studying for that exam or finishing that report is good for your future. But on the other side, you have the amygdala and the limbic system, the primal, ancient part of your brain that only cares about 2 things: survival and pleasure.
To your primal brain, deep work is terrifying. Why? Because deep work requires cognitive effort, and cognitive effort costs energy. In the wild, energy was a scarce resource. If you spent it all thinking, you wouldn't have enough left to run from a saber-toothed tiger. Today, the tiger is the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, or simply the discomfort of being bored. When you look at a blank page, your amygdala screams, "Danger," and triggers a stress response. Your brain then looks for a way to soothe that stress. And what's the easiest, fastest way to soothe stress in the 21st century? A notification, a scroll, a short-form video that hits your brain with a tiny shot of dopamine. You aren't procrastinating because you're lazy. You're procrastinating because you're addicted to the stress relief that distraction provides. Your brain has been conditioned to expect a reward every few seconds. When you try to do something that doesn't give an immediate reward, like reading a complex chapter or practicing a new skill, your brain goes into withdrawal. It feels dull and boring because your baseline for stimulation has been set way too high. You are literally nuking your dopamine receptors with TikTok, Reels, and endless notifications, making the real world seem gray and uninteresting by comparison. And here is where we fall into the trap of productivity porn. This is a term you need to understand if you want to break free. Productivity porn is the act of consuming content about being productive, watching the videos, buying the planners, setting up the apps without actually producing anything. It's a form of organized procrastination. It feels like work, it tastes like progress, it gives you a little hit of dopamine because you feel like you're getting your life together. But in reality, it's just another way to avoid the friction of the actual task. We see it everywhere in the US hustle culture. We're obsessed with the aesthetic of being busy, but we're terrified of the silence of being productive. We've turned self-care into an excuse to avoid discipline. We say we're healing our burnout by scrolling for 6 hours, but we only end up feeling more exhausted because our brains never actually got to rest.
So, how do we fight back? How do we reclaim our focus in a world designed to steal it? It starts with a concept called identity shifting. Most people say, "I have to study," or "I need to work out." This creates a conflict between who you are and what you're doing. Instead, you need to change the narrative. You aren't someone who has to study. You are someone who is curious. You aren't someone who has to work out. You are an athlete in training.
When you shift your identity, the actions follow naturally because you are simply acting in alignment with who you believe you are. James Clear talks about this in Atomic Habits, but it goes deeper than just habits. It's about the neuroplasticity of the brain, the ability to literally rewire your circuits through repeated thought and action. Next, we use the 10-minute dash. The hardest part of any task is the first 120 seconds. That's when the friction is highest. The 10-minute dash is a psychological contract with yourself. You tell your brain, I'm only going to do this for 10 minutes. After that, I can stop. Because the commitment is small, the amygdala doesn't see it as a threat. It doesn't trigger the fight or flight response. But once you start, a magical thing happens. The Zeigarnik effect kicks in. This is a psychological phenomenon where our brains want to finish what we've started. Once you break the seal, the momentum carries you forward. But you also have to fix your environment. If you're trying to focus with your phone sitting face up on your desk, you've already lost. Even if you don't pick it up, your brain is using a massive amount of energy just to ignore it. This is called cognitive load. Every notification, every open tab, every messy pile of paper on your desk is a leak in your cognitive energy. You need to design an environment of low friction. If you want to study, have your books open and your phone in another room before you even sit down. If you want to write, use a minimalist text editor. Use AI tools like ChatGPT or Claude not to do the work for you, but to break the blank page syndrome. Ask the AI to give you an outline or to explain a difficult concept in 3 sentences. Use technology as a ladder, not as a crutch.
Before we move into the final, most important step, I want to ask you something. If you found value in this breakdown so far, if you feel like someone finally understands why you're struggling, hit that like button and subscribe. It tells the algorithm that this kind of deep dive content matters. And if you're ready to commit, I want you to comment day 1 below. Not I'll try, not maybe tomorrow, just day 1. Let's create a community of people who are tired of being controlled by their devices. Now for the neurohack that changes everything, the dopamine detox. We have to lower your baseline. You need to prove to your brain that boredom is not fatal. Once a day, or even once a week, do something completely analog. Walk without podcasts, eat without YouTube, sit in silence for 5 minutes. This resensitizes your dopamine receptors. It makes the boring work of learning and creating feel rewarding again. I want to leave you with a thought that might be a bit uncomfortable. In 10 years, the world is going to be divided into 2 groups of people, those who can focus and those who cannot. Those who can command their own attention will be the leaders, the creators, and the innovators. Those who cannot will be the ones who are managed, marketed to, and left behind. Your attention is the most valuable currency you own. Every time you choose to focus on your goals instead of a distraction, you are investing in a version of yourself that is unstoppable.
The hustle culture tells you to work until you drop. The healing culture tells you to never push yourself. Both are wrong. The truth is in the middle. It's about tough love. It's about realizing that your future self is counting on you to endure a little bit of discomfort right now. Your future self doesn't care about the meme you saw today. They care about the skills you built and a character you forged. So here is your challenge. The second this video ends, do not click on another recommendation. Do not check your comments. Do not look at your notifications. Power down your phone. Put it in a drawer. Set a timer for just 5 minutes and do that one thing you've been avoiding. Just 5 minutes. The resistance you feel right now, that's the amygdala trying to protect you from danger. Recognize it, smile at it, and do the work anyway. Your life isn't built in the moments where you feel inspired. It's built in the moments where you feel absolutely nothing like doing the work, but you do it anyway. That is where greatness is born. That is how you reclaim your brain. Thank you for watching. Now go start your 5 minutes. I'll see you in the next one, but only after you've finished your task. Day 1 starts now.